Beautiful pioneers, another beautiful day out here in the heart of the Matrix. We got blue skies everywhere, no clouds in sight in eastern North Carolina. It is so beautiful today. I don't know where you are, maybe it's raining, but even after every rain, there's a rainbow. Every storm must run out of rain. Go dance in the rain. It is so beautiful out here. We got the cat in the window sunbathing. We got birds making love and singing outside. It is so beautiful in the Matrix right now. I woke up today saying raising the frequency, raising the vibration. That's my goal. I woke up saying, let's do this. It's so beautiful out here, I might just dance. I woke up today saying peace, love, abundance, sending it to you wherever you are. Beautiful pioneers, we are out here in the heart of Matrix on this beautiful sunny day, breathing in that breath of life, that prana. I hope you're taking care of yourself. One love to every one of you pioneers that's deep diving into this video right now. I want to remind you that you got this. I want to remind you that you're doing better than you think. Here's a message to the 144,000. Now this number, a lot of people have heard of it. It's a sacred number, and it refers to and dates back to a very ancient culture, the chosen ones. You see, in ancient cultures, they talk about the 144,000 as being people who have ascended, become the ascended master, the Christ within, the Christos, from the Greek word meaning Christ within. As people who have become illuminated and enlightened. Even in the holy scriptures of the Bible, they talk about the 144,000 in Revelations as being the chosen ones. In a day, how many minutes do we have, pioneers? 1,440. That's the 144, once again. And today is April 14th. They're internationally written 1-4 in the 4th month, the 144. In the ancient chakra system of the human body, going back to the ancient Indus Valley, you have 144,000 nadis, or what are called lotus petals. See, Fibonacci sequence, the number sequence, you have the number 144. The number 144 is about the golden meaning, the golden ratio you can see within galaxies, spirals, constellations, your DNA. It's a very sacred number. The Mayan calendar, Bactun, the long cycle period, consisted of 144,000 days, which is equivalent to 394 years, tropical years. So this number, 144,000, keeps coming up in our lives, day in and day out. And I refer to it as the 1%, the uncommon 1%. See, those are people that are awake, aware, pioneers, divergents and glitches, that are refusing to drink the Jim Jones Kool-Aid, that are standing up for their freedoms, their beliefs, and saying we ain't having your nonsense. They can see the illusion within this global bear flu pandemic, the psyops on the world stage and distractions we're seeing left and right. They know being free is their birthright. Can I get a hello? They know it's all about choosing love over everything. They know it's the fact that life is a stage and it's all planned out. It's all a show. Now I got a story for you pioneers. But first, somebody please send me some love, high vibrations, because we ain't even had breakfast yet today. Can I get a hello? Got a true message for you 144,000 uncommon percent chosen ones. Let me talk to you about this very important message. This message of truth. For all of you chosen ones out there today in this matrix, and a chosen one is anyone, any pioneer who remembers who they truly are. A spiritual being having a human experience, and that this is all a Maya, all an illusion, and the only true world is within ourselves. There's a chosen one within every single household, in every world. Sometimes they call us the black sheep of the family, but it's the one in the family who gets it and gets things done, who can see through the nonsense and the illusions, and it can see their higher self, their Christ within. And for a lot of chosen ones, it's not easy. There's a lot of pressure. But there's no pressure like right now for chosen ones. It is the moment of truth where we stand up and rise above and ascend and become the ascended master. This is our greatest test yet, what we're about to head into in life. So again, I'm sending you all beautiful energy on this new day. Because what you believe in your hearts and speak in your minds will eventually become your words and your reality, and what you repeatedly do gets ingrained in your subconscious mindset, and what gets ingrained in your subconscious mindset becomes an unconscious action and an unconscious activity. And I've always wanted mine to be guideful, helpful, and nurturing to others. And I want to leave a man and woman a fish, so I want to teach a man and woman how to fish so that they can eat for a day. Leave them that fishing rod so that they can eat for a lifetime, but teach them how to farm so they can feed nations. And my work is all about you. You inspire me, pioneers. People all around the world, ones I ain't even met. Because it's not about having $1 million in the bank. It's about reaching 1 million people. Because it ain't about being rich to me. It's about realizing I create happiness. That's what rich is. True rich and wealth is health. And having a mindset, a heart-brain coherence, and living out of abundance and love and gratitude, not war, hatred, and negativity. I've been MIA as we transition through the full moon lately, because I've been feeling that blah energy, and I'm so glad to be back now that we're transitioning out of the full moon. Not glad because we're seeing bullish energy in the markets. We knew that was to come for the past several months. I'm just glad that this full moon is over with. We're heading to the solar eclipse coming up. The hybrid solar eclipse, a rare phenomenon we only see a few times every century on 420, National Pot Smoker Day, Hitler's birthday, the big 4-2 date. So, I'm just feeling alive again. But I do know that April is the month where fools are made and where distractions are played out on the world stage. Tomorrow is the 111th anniversary of the sinking of the Titanic. April 15th is a very important day, so we'll pay attention moving forward. But again, today, in our 144,000 chosen 144-day cycle chart, I found another amazing 144-day connection from our recent low back on Monday, 21st of November, back in 2022, where Bitcoin hit a low of 15.5, 15.4 on most charts, till today, 14.4, which is internationally written 14.4, 144. We get 144 days into this uptrend, breaking up above what we were calling in our last videos a ceiling that we wanted to flip and then treat as support like we have back in the past. So very important. Just another beautiful 144-day connection that we can add to this chart going back in time that spans from 140 to 150 days, but really around this 144 very powerful uncommon 1% chosen one number. Again, tying all the way back to the metaphysical side of the Homo sapien body, yourself having 144,000 nadis or lotus petals that would stand up when you get goosebumps. Remember that. So very important. But just wanted to share that quick connection with you before we dive back into everything we talk about when it comes to crypto on the weekly. So thank you again for anyone new here, any new subscriber on the Facebook, Rumble, YouTube channel. Glad to have you here. We do and talk about everything crypto on almost weekly basis. So welcome back to the Daily Candle Close News. So let's jump straight into the market with Bitcoin on the 2-hour time frame. Today in crypto, we see Bitcoin has just been pumping up, breaking past our previous resistance right here at around psychologically 29K. Something that we've been talking about for quite some time, because this is our basic ceiling that we needed to flip. So we haven't quite yet came back and retested that, but it's still in the cards. We can. Our 322, the blue, and 223 exponential moving averages, tying us into the year we are in and our favorite pals at Skull and Bones University, which you are the Homo sapien, the skull and the bones, the calcium that makes those up. We are made up of elements, okay? Remember that. So just finally breaking this ceiling and getting back above it, holding this parallel channel at the top side as support is very bullish moving forward. But let's continue for a potential pullback and any great buying opportunity. We want to see the bulls hold this psychological $30,000 range. Very bullish. Coming out of the third month, now in the fourth month, very important, okay? We know April is really the second month on the true calendar, so we are still getting ready to head into May, the true third month. So let's continue to see if the bulls can hold this $30,000, okay? So we know recently we were in this type of what we were calling a bull pennant, okay, or a bull flag. We can draw a couple different ways. So a bull pennant like that and a bull flag would be more like this. Either way, a bullish pattern that we saw break higher towards the third quarter moon. The moon cycles are very important. High coming in around the new moon, another high coming in around the first moon, a low around the full moon, hitting our 223 exponential moving average, holding our horizontal trading range as support that we've talked about for multiple videos, and then breaking back above our other horizontal support. This was like a trading range. We were trading for quite some time between 27,200 and 29 psychological. And then boom, back above it after our retest and support of the 223 exponential moving average. But the thing is, and the most important thing is, if we get a pullback, we hold these exponential moving averages or these trading ranges as support, which were, or this one as support really, which was future multiple month, a year plus long ceiling and resistance. But either way, if we break it, we want to see momentum be bought back up very soon, okay? So a bearish scenario would be, a bullish scenario would be just like we're talking about. We get a break of structure past this level, past these EMAs, and then we come back and hold support around either one of these three ranges, and then confirm support, and we are off to the races. So that would be pretty bullish to pay attention to. Bearish is when we do the opposite and we start closing and breaking these structures, especially if we get down into 25K and we tend to break that. That's what we don't want to see, is a break down of these levels, resistance, breakdown of this, and then break down even more. That's going to show a clear trend reversal in the charts. But right now, Bitcoin is bullish. Everybody, like I've stated before, has been waiting on a pullback because they've missed out on the local bottoms of 15, 16K, of 19K. Okay, they're still hoping for 12, 13, 14, 9K Bitcoin relatively soon, and right now we're just showing clear momentum to the upside. So again, could this be another breakout into a hold of support and push up even higher, kind of showing another, well, I guess we could consider this to be some type of rising wedge pattern, which would be a bearish breakdown, but maybe even, yeah, I mean, it's pretty close to a rising wedge channel, parallel channel to the upside. So that's something to pay attention to. We could chop around in this range, get rejection from the top side, fall support, and then break back down. So we'll just have to continue to see what happens. But if we get another bullish breakout to the upside, break above 31,400, 32,200, 322, tying us into, again, skull and bones, or the 223 year we're in, you know, it could be a bullish breakout and continuation to the upside for cryptocurrency. So, something to talk about. We do not want to see this be a fake out and then a breakdown, because most people are going to want to come in and short, and that would really kill the move to the upside, where we have potential to continue to break up to 33k, 38k, 40k. But Bitcoin's bullish right now. You know, Bitcoin season is here, and it's something we've been talking about for quite some time. So let's go to the Bitcoin daily chart. All right, we got Bitcoin on the daily holding 30,000 psychologically. Okay, so we're in a doji moment right now, undecisive with this candle, very wicky on both sides, small candle. You know, gonna need to see where today closes. Right now about $30,044, $440. So pretty important. We want to see 30 held as support, 30,000 held as support to confirm much higher prices. So that's important. But we do have a key order of support, and a lot of orders on the open books right down here at this 20,000 psychological range, where we do know there is still another CME gap to be filled. Do I think it's going to be filled soon? No, I think it's going to be rather later in the year, where we potentially come back down to these ranges. But Bitcoin dominance right now has, you know, really been going for it, you guys. Finally breaking a higher high, going back all the way to May of last year, hitting a high of roughly, what is this, 49, 48, yeah, roughly almost 49. So again, setting a higher high than our previous high for Bitcoin dominance. So this is important to pay attention to. We're getting a sharp pullback right now. That's important to pay attention to for the altcoins. But let's continue to see what happens, okay? This is the Bitcoin dominance that is going to show us a lot of momentum for cryptocurrency, okay? If this thing breaks out and goes higher, then Bitcoin's going to moon. The dominance is going to moon, and it's going to affect the altcoins. Maybe going to leave some of them in the dust. Maybe some will follow and drive higher like Bitcoin, but nowhere near like it would if Bitcoin was to continue to start dropping back down to the 322, 223 exponential moving average. Our altcoins will move a lot better if Bitcoin dominance pulls back. Bitcoin dominance makes up roughly 40 to 48% of all of crypto, okay? So let's pay attention to that. Alright, this thing historically steals the show, alright? And the altcoins tend to get punished depending on what Bitcoin's dominance does and what Bitcoin does as in confluence with this dominance. But we're real good about teaching about this, finding the anomalies, finding other cryptos that are following Bitcoin instead of doing the opposite. So follow the channel here and stay tuned for more updates on potential moves. So let's go to the weekly time frame for Bitcoin, and look at something that we haven't done in a minute. Yeah, we'll do this on this chart. We'll just go to the weekly. Alright, so one thing we can consider that we've talked about for quite some time is this double top crown distributional period, back when Elon Musk was hyping up crypto before the Dogecoin Saturday Night Live sell-off, and then before our final right after the Shemitah and started the 7-year sabbatical cycle into November highs for Bitcoin. So a clear double top pattern here before a sell-off, kind of like a right shoulder head, left shoulder sell-off into a large ABC corrective wave for the first time ever for Bitcoin in a 14-year span. So some things we've talked about recently, and I want to really emphasize some more, is what could possibly happen now that we've broken this ceiling. That was a floor support, floor support, floor support, and then now resistance and a breakout. Okay? Alright, this strong resistance level that we've been meeting, we flipped on the weekly. And if we start closing weeklies and start flipping 31,400, 32,200, 33,000, then our next target is going to literally be 35, of course, but 38, then 43, I'm going to say roughly, and then as high as 48K. Satoshi Nakamoto just turned 48 years old, the creator of Bitcoin, and then as high as a fourth exit range and de-risking range of 52K. Okay, so very important. Just major ranges of resistance where we started to flip below the 21 exponential moving average on the weekly and confirm bear market territory. We're not bulls here, we're not bears here, we're pioneers. Remember that. So one thing to note is we are about to get a bullish flip of the 21 exponential weekly above the 223 exponential on the weekly, and then possibly the 200 simple moving average on the weekly, which will be a bullish momentum to continue to see this automatic rally idea come in for a de-risking range, no higher high, a fake out before we come back down into the end of the year. Okay, so I don't want you to be scared of this. I just want you to understand this opportunity to be ready to de-risk. Okay, but if we start to lose this level right here and this 382, everything's gonna start to change, you guys. Okay, so remember that. However, like I said, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, it's bullish, and we're looking for higher prices to de-risk, not financial advice. And if this happens, this is the plan we need to approach this market with, the mindset of taking advantage of the opportunities that are given. And it's going to be short-lived. Have limit orders set and be ready to attack. But Bitcoin looks strong. Very good possibility that this thing starts to take off as we get closer to May and mid-May, where we are probably going to get a sell in May and walk away event, and we're right back down to around lows or lower lows for a lot of these cryptos. So pretty important. Alright, let's continue on and talk about some more. Alright, what do we want to look at now? Bitcoin on the weekly some more. Let's see. Alright, yeah, Bitcoin on the weekly. We know we're going to be closing this weekly coming up tomorrow, 2 days from now. Obviously on the 16th, Sunday. So pretty important. We'll pay attention to this candle over the next few days. Right now we're getting stalled out at a psychologically 30,500. So as long as we can hold this ceiling as support, that's going to be good. Alright, so let's look at some SMAs and go to a different chart where I have some of them pulled up. Let's look at this on the weekly. Previous liquidity ranges, which are important as well. Hopefully getting back into this 32,400. That'd be nice. Previous liquidity range, which showed, somewhat of support, but we got a lot to determine. This 0.5 fib at 32 psychologically is going to be important to break. I think it's very possible for Bitcoin though, and cryptocurrencies. They can be very dramatic and shoot all the way up to that 888 before getting a dead cat bounce. Something we've seen in the past and talked about for over the last year. But let's look at some SMAs and simple moving averages. Alright, and let's zoom in so we can see this a lot better. One thing to notice is, alright, there's our boom. Yeah, this red is the 8, the green is the 55, and then we've got the blue, which is the 200. Right now the 55 is sloping downwards on the weekly time frame, not very bullish, okay? But the 8 crossing the 55 simple and the 200 simple, that's a bullish pioneer cross that we want to teach you about on the weekly. So this weekly close should show some pretty important confluence to where we can go moving forward. But the fact that this is all getting stalled at 30,000 is making me feel like a possible support could be right here back around this 200 simple, back to around 25,700 being 257, which is the 55th prime number, and we know that ties us to God 55, Satan 55, Timekeeper 55, or Satoshi Nakamoto, the creator of Bitcoin, being tied to Saturn and the 55 connections there. So very important. But this could be a possible pullback range over the next week or so. Okay, but if we keep pumping up from here, I wouldn't be surprised if we get rejection from the 0.5, return down, consolidate, and then move back up. And this would not be over the weekly time frame, probably over a smaller daily period. Okay, so let's remember that. Let's go to some smaller time frames. Okay, all right, 5-day. Yeah, 200 right there, coming up to 32.6. So we can easily pump up on the 5-day for Bitcoin to 32.5, 32.2 right there at the 0.5 fib close. So 318, 32,000 psychologically. Let's pay attention to that on the 3-day. Very important. Alright. Nice. Alright, let's look at Ethereum for a moment. Find my chart. There we go. Nice. We know there's been some speculation that Ethereum's leading the bull run right now. I don't want to again quote this as a bull run, but this bullish momentum Ethereum's been leading. We can look at this on the daily time frame, zoom out, and start to see this uptrend we've been in for the last year, holding a lot better structure than most cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin and a lot of other assets. So Ethereum's something we want to pay close attention to, pumping straight up into this third quarter moon, hitting this line of resistance and trend line, support, resistance. Let's see where this daily candle closes for Ethereum and see if we can close above this psychologically $2,100 support range, right above this 0.1 level of the fib, which is dated back to our previous high, to our previous low. And we're starting to back test some previous resistance. We had a bull pennant, breakout, so very important. Same thing as Bitcoin, so looking pretty good for Ethereum right now. Definitely climbing towards that $2,400 range. We've got some targets for limit orders set to sale right here up to around $2,600. We'll set one obviously at psychologically 300, and that 3,300 right here at around the 618, this golden pocket. So we won't be greedy. We'll have multiple limit orders set, but we got to be careful right now with this trend line. I don't know how much more juice Ethereum is going to have, but if we continue to push up into late May, then who knows? The Federal Reserve's birthday is May 17th. They're tied to monetary. We have the long weekend of the Queen coming up in late May, so let's see what happens. But we do have a lunar eclipse on May 5th, Cinco de Mayo, that could bring some bullish energy in the market. But we'll just have to continue to see what happens. We know sell in May, walk away is very popular before we tend to get June and July lows like back here and like back here as well. So very important to see what happens moving forward for cryptocurrency. All right. So let's look at XRP for a moment and see what there is to talk about there. Something we haven't gone over for quite some time. Something I did talk about a little bit with some other fellow members of the Pioneer Academy and the Waters community in our Thursday night hangout. Beautiful souls like Deep Vortex, Modern Sword, The Deep, Awakened Soul Crypto, and everyone else that joined. Thank you for having us and being there. Look forward to seeing you all at movie night tonight and our next hangout. Can't wait to collaborate again with Awakened Soul, beautiful soul. Check out her YouTube channel at Awakened Soul Crypto. If you're not a follower, go give her a subscribe. But right now we're on the daily time frame looking at this possible W pattern breakout that could just to continue to break up towards that 62 to 70, 69, 76, 86 cent XRP. Something very bullish that we've been looking to get back to around this cluster range of a previous rejection dating back to March of 2022. So right there at around 86 cent, that 86 cent launch pad theory, where we can tend to see XRP shoot up real quick and come right back down. Wouldn't be surprising, something we've seen happen for quite some time. But again, let's get into this. Even though there probably won't be a lot to talk about today, because solely we haven't broken past this key level of 58 cent. No party until 58 because of XRP giving us that 58. Okay, so 58 cents, let's get past it and then start closing 2-hour candles, daily candles above that. Okay, so what we want to do is see support of this 51 cent held and show support of a continuation to the upside. Okay, so getting a daily closure 2-day, 3-day above these ranges is going to be important as well, especially if we continue this W pattern breakout and then start closing above 58 to 62 cents. That's going to show bullish momentum to the upside for us. So let's remember that. Let's not get hyped over the nonsense we're seeing about this possible closing of the Ripple SEC case, whatever said on Twitter or by another crypto an analyst, whatever. Let's pay attention to what we've been teaching here, the mindset, the trading approach to one of the most life-changing assets if you learn how to trade it. So anyways, until we start to break above 58 cents, 54 cents right here, 58 cents right here, no parties. Okay, keep getting rejections from this 54 right back here, right here, swipe up to 58, XRP equals 58. So volatile. We got to play this macro gematria, numerology, astrology connected game to this, the date connections. I've shared in a previous video, we didn't start seeing this breakout for XRP until the 76, 86 days of the year. And well, what do you know? Ripple gives us that 76, that 86 as well. So watch out for a 76, 86 cent Ripple XRP in the near distant future. And don't be afraid to take advantage of de-risking a small portion at that level. So not financial advice. Okay? But I do have conviction that we should be making it into this 86 cent target, and then that 90 to a $1.10, $1.11 range. Ultimately this 0.5 fib, what will basically be a 245 plus or minus percent increase from the lows. I know this is not the most bullish fantasy projections, because I'm not saying 589, 10K overnight, but it is true, okay? I've spoken a lot about this asset over the last 3 years because it's my number one holding, but it's changed my life because I know how to approach this market. I'm not going to give you these fantasy price targets. Don't get offended. It's just truth. I know the truth is hard to swallow, but the truth sets you free in life, okay? So this is not the most exciting TA and price targets you can get with the number one talked about crypto out there, but it's going to be opportunity for you to take advantage of and change your life. And when you become a trader and you look for opportunity, whether it's bullish or bearish, and you take advantage of both ways you can operate in this market, you'll change your life. Don't be a bull, don't be a bear, be a pioneer, okay? Alright, so follow the moon, follow the date gematria, numerology, the date durations, astrology. Follow the signs we see with economy and the news. Don't follow the news, but pay attention to the hidden secrets that they drop in there, the gems, okay? Don't follow the cult-like tribalism that comes along with any of the XRP army or the hexagons or the Chainlink Marines or the Ethereum enthusiast or the Dogecoin whatever. Be open-minded and find your own craft and skill and discernment, the ability to judge well while developing that skill so you can get to your outcome. Don't wait for the day that never comes. Really impact your ability to start being successful today by being the change you want to see. Okay, so a shout out to every single one of you that made it this far in this video. I'm out here sharing my love, my knowledge, things that I paid thousands and thousands of dollars for free to help you see clearly, because I don't want to hurt anyone. I want to guide them and help them. Yes, I make mistakes. Yeah, I may offend people with my beliefs and my truths, but at least I back them with factual data. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here every day putting in the hard work, showing you how this is working for me, someone who's battled suicide for 10 plus years, was convicted and spent 8 of a 15-year sentence in prison grand total. You know what I'm saying? Like, I changed my life, and I'm going to be in a position to help change others one day. And what I'm seeing right now is we need to help others and lend out a helping hand. So that's what my goal here is to do. So anyways, what I'm seeing right now is cryptocurrency is bullish, and we need to get out of the hype mindset of thinking it's about to 1,000 freaking necks, baby, to the moon, whatever that nonsense, hodl till you die, whatever. Get ready to start taking advantage, so at the end of the year, when the economy's crumbling again and we get a chance to see cryptocurrencies and stocks at another low, we can take advantage of these opportunities. So I'm calling out all the hype and all the bull run narratives and all the bear market narratives right now that we're gonna dump. Listen, we're in an uptrend. Time to take advantage and be pioneers and build a legacy and future for our families. Plant seeds so that we can eat in the future, because remember, they thought they could bury us, but they forgot we were seeds. Alright? So with all that being said, I'm gonna sign off of this one. Glad to be back after being MIA. And final words of wisdom is just be yourself and be great, pioneers. So with all that being said, take care and God bless. Pioneers rise, build your fortress and build your legacy.